Hey there, film score fans. If you've ever watched a film and had your heart swell, your spine tingle, or your eyes tear up without quite knowing why, chances are George Fenton had something to do with that. A maestro of movie music, Fenton is the genius behind some of the most unforgettable scores in film and television, from the sweeping drama of Richard Attenborough's Gandhi to the icy wonder of David Attenborough's Planet Earth. Fenton's music doesn't just accompany a story, it becomes a part of it. I especially like his sumptuous score, lovely orchestration to Dangerous Beauty, a quirky Hero, or even the most quirky Groundhog Day. With his enchanting score to Ever After, which we'll be looking at today, Fenton sprinkled musical magic over castles, romance, rebellion, creating a soundtrack as timeless as the story itself. Whether it's a grand ballroom or a heartfelt moment in the rain, his music turns every scene into a happily ever after. The movie opens with the great-granddaughter of the real Cinderella, herself a queen, summoning the Brothers Grimm, yes, those Brothers Grimm, to the palace to tell them the real story of the little Cinder girl. They make kind of an offhand, disparaging comment about Perrault's version, which leads to random digression number 1. The first version of Cinderella was by Charles Perrault, and that was written in 1697. That set many of the elements we know today, the fairy godmother, the glass slipper, the pumpkin carriage, but importantly, forgiveness for the stepsisters at the end of the story. Now the Brothers Grimm, about 150 years later, wrote their version, Aschenputtel, and they added some elements, the magic tree, the birds that help out, but also the mutilation of the foot, cutting off the heel to shove it into that glass slipper. And then justice, not mercy, for the sisters. The birds come back and peck out their eyes. Now, the version of Cinderella that Fenton gets to work with, Ever After, doesn't have any magic in it at all, except maybe his score. It's gorgeous. This Drew Barrymore, young performance, and Doug Ray Scott, who I only known from Mission Impossible, really sell this love story. And Fenton, just this score is so great. I encourage you to listen to the whole album. He uses a lot of seconds, so instead of just arriving somewhere, he's always using the neighbor note, which I think is showing that Cinderella, the love might not be there at the beginning, but it'll get there by the end of the story. It's gorgeous. Fenton himself, still composing today, was actually received his CBE in 2023 from the British government, which leads us to random digression number 2. I've always been kind of confused about these classes in the British government. Who's a knight, who's not, but let's talk about it, and we'll use examples from film score composers. There's 5 levels. The lowest is the MBE, Member of the Most Excellent British Empire. An example there is Dr. Strangelove's composer, Laurie Johnson. Number 4 is the Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire. A lot of famous people in there. John Barry, Rachel Portman, both have videos on my channel, and Patrick Doyle have their OBE. Third would be the Commander of the Most Excellent Order of CBE. That's George Fenton, and Michael Nyman, who wrote Gattaca. Love his stuff. Now the final 2, this is when you get to be called a Sir. Sometimes you might start, like Malcolm Arnold, at a lower level and then receive your Knight Commander of the British Empire, KBE, later on in life. He wrote The Bridge on the River Kwai. There's also Richard Rodney Bennett. Now, the highest order, Knight Grand Cross of the British Empire, is GBE. And the person I could find for that was Paderewski. Now, I know him as a famous concert pianist, but he was also the Prime Minister of Poland, and he signed the Treaty of Versailles, and he actually appeared playing music on film in a movie called Moonlight Sonata, where he opens the movie playing Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2, among other things. But we're going to talk today about George Fenton, CBE. Let's listen to this wonderful piece, The Proposal, the love theme from Ever After. George Fenton. Listen to this movie score. It's wonderful. Thank you for listening to me today. Thank you to my patrons. I have a lot of exclusive content going up over there. Some Star Wars tracks, a little Gabriel Yared. There's things here and there. So if you want to support me over there, check it out. But thank you for interacting with me here. Do you have a favorite George Fenton score? Let me know down below. And again, thank you for tuning into the channel.